Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomics. Welcome back to the weekly sneaker wrap where we look back at the biggest stories in sneakers this week, recap some of this week's biggest releases. I do these episodes every Saturday, so if you are interested in keeping your fingers on the pulse, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and if you want to keep up with me in real time, go and follow me on the IG. First of all, let's look back at this week's biggest sneaker releases, and I can't lie, it was another pretty dry week. I kind of feel like the whole sneaker release scene is going through a little bit of a slump at the moment. We did have these though, the UNC 2 lows, which are very nice, but I still feel like the 2 agenda, the low 2 agenda is kind of being lost on a lot of people. There were also these Concepts Asics, which draw inspiration from a previous colorway from 2015 or 2016 that dropped. But I mean, other than that, pretty dry stuff in my opinion. Did you guys pick anything up this week? Were there any sleeper releases that I have completely missed? Feel free to let me know in the comments. In terms of shock drops this week, you guys over there in the US had the shock drop of the Jordan 1 High UNC. I'm still a little bit miffed as to how these shock drops are still able to be called shock drops when everybody knows the day they're gonna drop, the time they're gonna drop. They really should be called aptly notified ahead of time drops. There is nothing shocking about them at all, apart from perhaps maybe being given access to them and being able to buy them. Did you guys come up on these? Let me know in the comments. Here in the UK, we did actually have a Jordan 4 restock, the Amamanyers, the Thunders, the Amethyst Wave. I think the Craft 4s went back up on the Nike Sneakers app this Thursday past. From what I've seen, a very select few of you guys were able to come up on a pair. I completely missed it myself, but to be honest, I wasn't that mad. Let me know if you guys copped. Right, so let's talk about some news, and I want to kick off with this pretty sad and pathetic story regarding a 25-year-old Rhode Island man who allegedly assaulted and robbed a 14-year-old girl for her Air Force Ones. I mean, bro, what are you up to? What is a 25-year-old man doing even talking to a 14-year-old girl in the first place anyway, let alone assaulting her? And of all the shoes that you could try to rob somebody for, how are you gonna rob someone for some Air Force Ones? How are you even gonna be the same size? This really is the type of behavior that would be engaged by someone called Nedson. I mean, this is just shocking. So he has been arrested, and from what I've been able to gather, he has been charged. But what a shocker. Mischief are back once again, and you don't have to worry, they're not converting roller skates or doing some kind of 5-finger foot shoe or turning ski boots into sneakers, although all of those 3 things you could probably look forward to in the forthcoming months. They're bringing out another colorway of the big red boots. This time it's the big black boots, the triple Bs. And I think we can all collectively agree that this moment has passed. In fact, this has to have been the most fleeting viral sneaker moment in recent years. These were literally hot for about 1 week, and then people realized just how stupid they are, how impractical they are, and to be looking to now bring out a sequel is being looked upon as pretty cringe, completely washed, and majorly burnt out. I think one of the big problems with Mischief is because they rely so much on this shock and awe marketing tactic, that anything less than that is seen for exactly what it is, trying way too hard. And the problem is, because they have created this marketplace for themselves where they are all about virality, they don't have any real attachment to anything that we tend to value as sneakerheads with regard to sneakers. I'm talking quality, I'm talking craftsmanship, storytelling, brand identity, all of that stuff that keeps us enthusiastic about other brands is completely missing with Mischief. So I think these are a big miss. I don't think anybody is going to be messing with these. What do you guys think? Jordan Brand has made $19.5 billion over the past 5 years. Since 2018, this figure has been ratcheting up each and every year, and with Michael Jordan taking home a 5% royalty, which of course was cleverly negotiated for him by his mother when he originally signed to the swoosh, he's making $255 million annually. And the crazy thing about this is MJ made $94 million during his entire career, meaning he's making nearly 3 times that annually just with Nike. Now these numbers are crazy, and they definitely reflect the popularity that sneakers have had over the past 5 years, but you can't be giving all of the credit to MJ alone. Jordan Brand has enjoyed a number of hugely successful collaborations with pretty big name collaborators. I would say most importantly, Virgil and Off-White, and of course Travis Scott. I wonder now though if the ceiling has not been shattered and sales moving forward might start to peter out or level out. With a lot of retros sitting these days on shelves and going on sale, do you think like we're going to be returning perhaps to a pre-2018 Jordan availability era, let me know. Nike old heads got some pretty awesome news this week with the announcement that Deion Primetime Sanders is back on the Nike roster, meaning a possible return of some pretty awesome retro sneakers. Now, if you're a young cat, you probably don't know who Deion Sanders is. You probably think he's a distant cousin of the Colonel, but this man was an absolute legend, being a professional football player and a professional baseball player, and being legitimately good, unlike MJ, who was very good at basketball, but pretty shit at baseball. What are you guys thinking out there? Are you guys excited for the return of some OG Diamond Turfs? Do you youngsters out there even know who Deion Sanders is? Let me know your age without telling me your age directly in the comments. Lil Nas X is getting the bag with Crocs. He was announced this week as their latest global ambassador. And I don't know if it's the zesty pics, but the comments have been going hard. And I think it's a good move for Crocs. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some people out there that are probably going to want to try to boycott Crocs. Love him or hate him, the bro makes cool music. He's got his own sense of style. Very, very popular cat, and I'm sure he's going to be doing good things with Crocs. What do you guys think of this? All right, so let's talk about some exciting new sneakers, some new looks, some updated images, all of that good stuff. I want to start off with Drake. First of all, we saw him performing this week in a new colorway of the Nocta Glide. Pretty cool looking all white pair. I'm not really into these. We also got a first look at the Nocta Hot Step 2, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling either. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Drake and sneakers or Drake and style aren't things that I personally think have much synergy or chemistry about them. I don't know, I definitely can't hate on the man for all of the success he's had. It's just his shoes don't really do it for me. Do they do it for you? Let me know. So the Mac attacks are in full effect. We've had the recent release of the OG Retro. We've had some other looks at some other classically inspired upcoming colorways. And Social Status have a very clean pair coming out on July the 14th. Is going to wear away, revealing this nice soft pink hue underneath. They also have some collaborative touches on the insoles and the tongue branding. They look pretty cool, man. I'm definitely gonna have to get my hands on at least one pair of Mac Attacks this year. What are you guys thinking about these? You guys feeling these? First look at the Tight Booth Nike SB Dunk. I did give a very preliminary first look in last week's episode, but we've had some updated images and these are looking way tougher, unsurprisingly. So the leather features this sort of like ribbing pattern that you might see on metal floors. The gray swoosh, the Tight Booth tab, kind of has a little bit of Union vibes to it. Super fat tongue, a la the old school SBs. Panda color blocking, orange insoles. These are nice. And listen, I don't think I'm going out on a limb here when I say to you guys directly that Nike SB are pretty much carrying Nike this year. I mean, if it wasn't for the cool Nike SB Dunk lows we've had, the SB4s, all the Nike releases thus far this year have been pretty average. I don't know about you guys, but for me, some of the best shoes still yet to drop this year are all SBs. I'm liking these. What are you guys thinking? NBA Youngboy is releasing his own shoe. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I have no idea who NBA Youngboy is. Is he one of those young mumble rapper type dudes? The bro's got some pretty nice looking shoes here. I am delighted to see someone not just rip off a Dunk or an Air Force One at this point. They're called the Gravedigger Never Broke Again or something like that, which is a pretty funny name for these. Packaging looks pretty cool. Colorway, I will say this, is pretty predictable. I mean, using the brown, listen, they're not bad. I'm not mad at them. I'm certainly not gonna buy them, but what are you guys thinking? Let me know. All right, detailed look of the Nike SB Dunk High Sweet Tooth. This is supposedly gonna be this year's Halloween sneaker. Covered these last week in some detail with the minor details, but now we've seen some better pics of the whole shoe. And as you guys will probably remember, these are inspired by the candy corn. We've got a pretty nice color gradient moving from white to yellow. Pretty cool detailing with the inside tongue label, the insole, bite mark on the toe box and stuff. Cool looking, vibrant shoe. Could be keen, not so sure. What are you guys thinking? More detailed pics of the Jordan 11 DMP coming out later on this year in December. I gotta say, the more I see of these, the more I like them. tumbled leather on the upper, obviously in place of the normal 11 mesh. They have also ditched the Jordan detailing going down the eyelets in the metallic gold, which I'm also not mad at. I kind of think it gives these a little bit more of a sleeker, understated look. I've said it before, I like the fact that these are a retro, but kind of like a reimagination of the retro, because if you still had the 06 DMPs in their original form, that pair will continue to be special and unique. And these kind of feel like they're a bit of an upgrade with the premium feeling materials and the slightly upgraded look. I'm digging them. I'm looking forward to these. What are you guys thinking? Got one of our best in-hand looks at the Crenshaw Skate Club SBs dropping October, I think, this year. And I gotta say, these are looking awesome. This sneaker will forever be remembered because of the beef that Nike SB started off with one of these early sneaker reveal type dudes. And that just adds a little extra something to the release. But I think the colorway is really clean. I love all the little extra details on them. These are definitely a must cop for me. What are you guys thinking? And that's about it for this week's sneaker wrap. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. Just want to take a moment to thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you have done that, please give the video a like, and a big shout out to all of my members. If you guys want to support me on here in my content creation, feel free to become a member. It really does help keep me motivated to keep bringing videos out for you guys. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.